America's biggest banks are gearing up to weather the storm of a severe recession while continuing to lend to households and businesses. The Federal Reserve's annual bank resilience test, commonly known as the stress test, has just released its findings. But how well positioned are these financial giants to face potential economic turmoil? Let's dive in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're breaking down the Federal Reserve's latest stress test results and what they mean for the future of America's banking system. The stress tests are a critical tool the Fed uses to monitor the health of the financial system. Introduced in response to the banking crisis that fueled the Great Recession, these tests help uncover potential weaknesses in banks' ability to withstand economic shocks. This year, the tests have taken on even more significance after the collapse of 3 U.S. banks sent shockwaves through the system last year. So what did the latest stress test reveal? The 31 banks required to take the test would collectively lose $685 billion under a severe recession scenario. That's a staggering $144 billion increase compared to last year's results. However, it's important to note that fewer banks were tested last year. Fed Vice Chair for Supervision Michael Barr attributed the higher collective losses to banks taking on more risk and incurring higher expenses. The higher interest rate environment we're currently in has made it riskier and more costly for banks to make loans, which can depress their profitability. One area that weighed on banks more compared to last year is credit card debt, which recently hit a record high. Additionally, a higher percentage of people are making late payments, resulting in higher projected credit card losses. At the same time, banks' income from fees was lower, giving them less of a buffer to absorb those losses. Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation Chairman Martin J. Gruenberg recently testified at a Senate hearing about recent bank failures and the federal regulatory response. The performance of banks in these stress tests has significant implications. While all banks passed the tests, their performance varied significantly. Discover Financial Services suffered the biggest loan loss rate at 18.7%, followed by Capital One at 16.5%. Earlier this year, Capital One announced plans to acquire Discover, but this acquisition is still subject to approval by the Fed and the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Discover's and Capital One's performance in the stress tests will likely cause regulators to scrutinize their financials even more closely. Shares of both companies fell in after-hours trading following the release of the stress test results. In contrast, Charles Schwab suffered the smallest loan loss rate of just 1.3%, and its stock moved slightly higher after the stress test results were announced. In summary, the Federal Reserve's stress tests show that America's biggest banks are well positioned to survive a severe recession, but they could face higher losses than in previous years. With higher interest rates and increasing credit card debt, the road ahead remains challenging. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on the financial world. See you next time.